Morning, Salesforce. The next company on the list is Capitec. They don't have a direct sales position, but similar to the bid manager, it's that they call it a Capitec direct manager. So essentially, you look after the sales and service teams. I think the idea behind this is that the service is the sale. That's what you're looking for. Then people will buy the product if they need it, or if you can convince them that it's the right product for them, or advise them, depending on how you want to look at it. Um, it's once again interesting. Um, you need a relevant tertiary qualification in business administration or management, so BCom law would be perfect. Post grad, ideally. Um, you know, 3 5 years management experience. So if you're a branch manager or anything like that, that would be great. And then proven contact center, retail, or financial service management experience. So if you were in the bank or from the telephone lines or whatever, using their management tools. So they want an internal hire if possible, and proven experience enhancing sales and service experience. Like I said before, that the service is the sale. Um, but nothing too hectic. I think it's similar to the relationship manager from ABSA, or not just the relationship manager, the area manager, when you're kind of like overseeing the branch managers and stuff like that. I think this will be a similar aspect for Capitec. Face regulations, operation data analytics. These are like minimum knowledges. Ideally, Capitec bank policies and procedures, banking legislation, HR procedures. So you'd need to be able to discipline staff if they find that they were doing something not in the best interest of the clients or the banker for their bank's reputation or anything legal. Um, yeah, computer literacy, problem solving, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna come out of matric or you wanna change your career or anything like that, and you've kind of got like the basic competencies, and you can able to get into the front end side of Capitec and do your time and move up and stuff like that, you can make it. I did have a conversation with a bank teller who said she'd been at Capitec for almost 8 years and she's struggling to get promoted. Um, but she didn't have a tertiary qualification, so I think that made it a little bit more difficult. Um, but it's highly competitive. I mean, Capitec is huge with a massive footprint. How many people are trying to get out of the branch because it can get a bit boring for any branch, not just this specific one. So yeah, I think this is another one where it's quite simple. And yeah, I think it just proves to the point that if you want to change your career, if you're willing to sit down and kind of learn the business from the ground up and stuff like that, you could make it. I think still that famous story from Michael Jordan, who is the former CEO of FNB, saying that he started out as a branch teller at FNB back in the day. So it's possible. It's possible to move up and up, up and outwards, from the ground up, from a sales position, from a client facing position, and then you just have the best time. Kind of take your time to know the product and know the policies inside and out. Yeah. Cheers.